Everybody, welcome to the Joe Green Show. Today on the show we are talking about the war on drugs. Today we have a couple of guests. Our first guest is Professor Stevens from the Mullavoord Academy of Higher Learning. What is your opinion on the war on drugs? And do you think it is good or bad?
I think the war on drugs is a good thing, and that is a bad thing. The good thing about it is the government is taking action against this cause, and also it has solved a lot of problems. The bad thing about it is it's not really putting major stand against drugs and drug use.
And now we have our second guest, Dr. Vang from the Medical Hospital of Drug Rehabilitation. Give it up for Tommy.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Stevens.
Yeah, pound it down right there. Dr. Vang, what is your opinion against the war on drugs?
I think that the war on drugs is just a waste of tax dollars. The government is working so hard and wasting so much money and time.
Poor guy.
It is an ineffective method of reducing drug supply and curbing illegal drug use. All the drug acts that have been enforced have all failed. Nothing is really working to help this problem. It's just a waste for law enforcement agencies and the DEA to spend so much time on a losing cause. If anything, we should spend more on helping rehabilitate the people who are using the drugs. They're dying.
Okay, that was an
This
intense
production of the
discussion.
Joe Green
We'll be right
Show
back
was
after
brought
these
to you
brief
by
messages.
Gammon Percussion.
Continue the discussion about the war on drugs. We also have a new guest. His name is Mr. Schimmel from the National Bureau of Drug Abuse. Yeah! Yeah, man!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah! Mr. Schimmel, what do you have to say about the war against drugs?
I think that the war on drugs is going great. The government could not be doing a better job. They are working hard and getting a lot accomplished. Some things they have done is get other governments, mainly in Central America, to seize drugs in their own countries before they get to the U.S. Also, the Office of National Drug Control Policy sprayed Colombian coca fields to decrease the world's population of cocaine by 20%.
Professor Stevens, explain some of the history on the war on drugs.
Nancy Reagan had started a campaign called Just Say No in the early 80s. This advertisement was part of the U.S. war on drugs. This was to encourage kids to not use drugs or drug use.
Along with that, Professor Stevens, President Nixon was the man who declared war on drugs in 1971. He created the Drug Enforcement Administration, better known as the DEA, in July 1973.
In the late 1960s, drugs were used to represent protest and social rebellion. Most people were upset with Johnson, so they wanted to protest. Since then, drugs have gone down, and we should continue to fight.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Vang, Professor Stevens, and Mr. Schimmel. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Ron Burgundy, and we'll see you next time on the Joe Green Show. Professor Stevens, explain some of the history on the war on drugs.
Nancy Reagan has started a campaign just called Say...
Oh my god! No way!
Okay, dude.